We are back live in our WDHA Miller Lite studios with the one and only.
And everybody missed all those stories we just told.
We were just telling some great stories off there. Well, we were talking about Anton Fig and your love for just hearing his drumming. And you said that originally there was somebody else on 10,000 Volts. But in your mind, Ace, you heard Anton and you were like, you know what?
Well,
I got to call him.
It was a special song.
Yeah.
And I said to Steve, let's get the best drummer in the world as far as I'm concerned. And we gave it to Anton, and, what was it, the 8th take?
Yep. Take 8.
He goes, take 8.
On that video.
It's on
I saw it. I saw it on Insta.
10,000 Volts.
It was magic. And
he
again, we had Joey Casada, who's our drummer with the Eric
He's
TJ
a great
and
drummer,
I,
too.
and Trickster
Nothing
and Eric Martin.
Take away from him.
And Joey played on half the record. But there are certain things where Anton and Ace have such a chemistry. Ace is the guy who discovered Anton Fig back when Anton was in the band Spider. And there's something about the way Anton plays. They don't even have to. Ace just goes, Anton, do your thing. And Anton knows exactly what to do to make the song.
Yeah, we played so many. He recorded, 4 or 5 albums together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in Kiss for one day.
Yeah, right. I remember reading that,
Are we live again?
Yeah.
Yeah. When they decided to let Peter go because of, what issues he was having, be that as it may, they knew I was working with Anton on my demos, and also he played on all the tracks on my solo albums with New York Groove. So they said to me, why don't we have Anton take over Peter's job, since he was so, really want to make a change. So they looked at me and they said, sure. So I called up Anton. I said, you're in Kiss. He goes, are you kidding? I go, yeah. Paul and Gene just agreed to have you join Kiss. Then the next day they called me up and they said, we've been doing some thinking and we know that you and Anton love to party together.
Oh.
So they said, that might be a little too much.
Yeah. So he was out. Did you?
They said, we're going to do auditions. And then we ended up getting Eric Carr.
Yeah. Did you have to call him and tell him that, Ace? You had to call him.
Give him the bad news. I don't know how many people he called.
Well, Anton also, Anton played on Dynasty. He played on Dynasty, and he played drums on Unmasked.
Yep.
So
yeah.
he's done well for himself. But we love Anton. And one of the coolest things about the Anton thing was when we were talking about getting Anton, we were at my house, and I just made grilled chicken and asparagus for me and Ace. And just so you know, Ace likes a lot of butter on his vegetables and his chicken.
It always tastes
so he
better
goes,
with
Steve,
butter.
give me more butter. And I go, dude, we got to call Anton. So Ace calls Anton, leaves a message. I kid you not, 2 minutes later, the phone rings, and it's just the 3 of us in my kitchen. Well, the 2 of us. Phone rings. Hey, Ace, it's Anton. And on speakerphone, and I'm sitting there, and again, little fanboy moment. I'm like, the 8-year-old kid in me is like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
And they're talking about, hey, Ace goes, hey, Anton, I want you to meet Steve. Here he is. He's on the phone. He wants you to play on the record, and we got this great, and it was just surreal for me in one of those moments.
Surreal. And,
cool.
Everybody knows Anton, because even if you don't know everything that he's played on, I mean, he was in the Late Night with Letterman band for so many years, and you've seen him and you know him, and I mean, he's just such an iconic part. And I love those musicians, those working musicians who are an iconic part of everything.
Yep.
And yet everybody may not know who they are. So, I mean, I just think it's so special when I saw that he was on.
I'm so old, and when I talk to people, I expect them to know the stuff I know. I was talking to Laura's kids, and we were watching The Wizard of Oz, and I said, the guy in the Beverly Hillbillies, he was originally going to be the Tin Man, but he had an allergic reaction to the silver makeup. And they go, who's the Beverly Hillbillies?
I'm surprised they knew The Wizard of Oz.
I've never seen that show. And I keep forgetting the generation gap, but it was cute.
Because, Ace, you're like a 19-year-old guy now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You still
I'll get
are.
on a plane now, and I'll ask a stewardess who doesn't know who I am, how old do you think I am? And she'll go 55.
There you go.
I have to pull out my license,
That's so funny.
I'm a little older than that.
That is so
You're
funny.
25 for life, man.
So
I'm a little kid. Music keeps you young. I'm convinced of that.
All right, I'm going to take another quick break, and then we'll come back. And I'm going to do a couple listener questions and play some more tunes. And because there's some good questions here. Otis hit me up, and Debbie D, who's in Philadelphia, and Michael. So chatting a little bit more, I want to talk also about Don't Let Me Forget the Carteret Pack Show.
Yes.
Because that's coming up, so I want to promote that. I want to talk about that a little more as we are hanging out with the iconic, the legendary, the one and only Ace Frehley live in the WDHA studio.